So it looks like we're starting off here on Lijiang. We're starting on Night Market, and pretty traditional comp coming out from Zips here. You have Stunape on the Pharah. He got a lot of value on this map yesterday. You know what they didn't quite dominate with the Pharah, but it was just enough to keep UNT down and to open up that space for Magic. We saw him put on a clinic yesterday.
Yep. So it looks like both teams are now coming out. Looks like Farah going around just kind of to the side there. Might be going back waiting for the Mercy Pocket. Love to see it.
So it looks like Stunape is going to be throwing in some trash damage, possibly taking the Pharah duel here. Just throwing a couple shots, so he does get a little bit on there. You know, no ultimates are up yet. We're very early on, but Quinku in the back, going down very low. Akron's almost able to get him down, but he's able to get back alive. His healers kept him up there. It looks like Akron's turning onto the enemy Zarya, and Hart goes down on Zarya. Magic with a big hook. And now that opens up for Akron. They're going to be pushing in here. They're going to take in the space.
Yep, and it looks like Miami is actually
hook.
first on the point. Looks like the fight has been moved to the point.
It looks like Akron is going to be taking this one with two big hooks from Magic there. A pick from Stunape on the outside. And Akron's going to be taking first control.
I always think it's rather interesting. Most teams do kind of, you always want to take the fight on point, but it is always interesting in that moment where sometimes it's almost like the point is forgotten about, and then it's somebody's like, hey, maybe we should hop on the point. But yeah.
We saw that yesterday with UNT on Control Center. UNT ended up having to rotate around the entire point and allowing Akron to take control, which got them a lot of point control for kind of no reason whatsoever. So it's something you have to pay attention to the point, even if you don't want to fight there. But Jaden's able to get a pick onto Jaybird on the Mercy, but we are going to lose Magic, and that's a big loss for Akron. But they are able to take down Ana and another. So an even fight so far. Akron probably on the losing end here, losing both tanks though.
Yep, and of course with that one Sombra hack on with the Sombra hack on Stand-Up, I know that did kind of take out some of his mobility, and that kind of made it really hard to just hold down the point, but Akron did manage to just kind of take it back after Miami only got 10%.
A big pulse bomb from Jaden onto the Winston, and then the Nano Boost coming out from Midtown Man onto Jaden. That's just so much damage for Tracer. She's so hard to kill there. Another great fight for Akron. Now Jaden's pressuring CSAC on the Ana. Alright, Stunape getting low, but he's just going to fly out of there. He's going to be taking the Pharah duel here. And a big EMP coming out from CGS. And Stunape is going to go down. Jaden forced to recall. Not looking great for Akron, but Magic is able to get the huge hook and get the kill onto the Pharah, but she is res. Bozik's on that Pharah. He is such a good player. It looks like Akron's going to be backing up here, just resetting. That was a good fight coming out from Miami.
It was a very good fight. That EMP was critical, and it was able to just, of course, stop all abilities, and it did kind of put a lot of pressure on Akron just to back up.
And going into this fight, Akron really doesn't have the ultimates. You know, they're getting somewhat close to Nano. They have the barrage, but really that's about it.
Yes, and it's looking like Miami, they do have Primal Rage up. Everything else is about the same. They also have Nano, so it may be one of those situations where you both just hit Nano at the same time. But Primal Rage has been popped on point, just kind of making space for Miami. And it looks like Akron is pulling back a bit.
So overall, not a bad fight for Akron. They do lose the barrage there, but they are able to take out the Primal Rage. So looks like Akron's going to be swapping over to the Ashe Mercy combo here. Try to counter that Pharah a little bit better than the Pharah duel. You know, we saw Stunape on this Ashe yesterday. We know how good he is. He's being pressured out by Quinku on that Winston. But as they go on the inside there, they're just trying to get a little bit of damage in. But Jaden does get taken down outside of the fight. It looks like Akron's probably going to have to back up. They are going to go for the res here. Magic gets taken down. They do get the res off, but I don't think you push in there without your hog.
Nope. And especially in this meta where it is almost running one shield that does get kind of sliced down almost instantly with the right amount of damage. It is rather hard, and that Sombra is really putting pressure on the tanks to back up and not allow them to take space.
So now we do have Jaden on the Sombra. He's such a good Sombra. He's hoping to get that same value, and The Nano Boost does come out onto Magic. The Barrage comes out from Fozix. He is able to take down Midtown Man. But Magic is just going in with that Nano Boost. He's getting a ton of damage in. He does end up taking out Heart on the Roadhog. As he does get low, he is purpled. Just stays alive thanks to the heals from Eric. So Shuckle is coming out with the Graviton, or the Gravitic Flux. But it's still kind of an even fight. I think you want to get more value out of that if I'm Akron. But Magic's able to take down 2 very quickly with a great hook and a great right click. Another big hook onto Jaybird on that Mercy. But Miami's coming right back, and they were able to get Magic off the map there. Bob comes out from Stunape. And now it's just a tank fight against Bob and Stunape on the point. I don't believe that Akron was able to get off that EMP. It was canceled by the hook of Heart. Akron looks like they might be getting back to this. Stunape trying to take down the Ana, but he's not able to do it. The Winston with a Nano Boost is pressuring him from the outside. But Shuckle coming in with the boop. He's just able to get them off the point. He's not able to get them off the map, but just to get them off the point, it's big enough. And Akron's able to get it. Take it. Round 1 from Miami.
That was a very intense match, especially there at the last 90%. I know for Miami. I know there were some really big plays from both teams. I know just coming out with the Hog and the Nano, however, he got hacked right before he could ult. So that did kind of put a lot of pressure on, but eventually he was able to ult on point, take the point, but then of course, you know, you had everyone kind of coming back and it was just one of those timing things. So we had a pretty good fight into overtime on that point.
Now, if you're Akron, do you think you're just going to stick on this Ashe the rest of the matches? I mean, we've seen Stunape on the Pharah, we've seen him on the Echo. He hasn't gotten a ton of value. Do you think he's going to be able to just you think he's just going to be able to stick on the Ashe the whole time?
I don't know if he'll be able to stick, but I think he will hold out for as long as he can because Ashe and Mercy make a killer combo together. But I know just with Quinku on that Winston is putting a lot of pressure on both of them. So we may see a swap, but I think he'll try and play out for as long as he can on Ashe.
And there it is. Early, Stunape does get the pick onto Fozix. So Fozix does get rezzed, but you know, that is res out of the fight for Miami early on. Looks like Stunape's just going to be forced back here by Quinku on the Winston. He does get taken down. Now Akron does have the res. They are pushing back in. Magic gets hacked. He gets almost completely deleted. Ton of damage coming onto him. He doesn't have his take a breather, and he does get taken down. Now Akron either wants to reset here or tries to get a pick early.
Yep, CGS has been brutal with those hacks and just really making sure they're focused and unable to do anything after a hack goes off. So I think that is really kind of putting Akron in a tough spot because they're either going to need to start preemptively taking down the Sombra or just kind of protecting whoever gets hacked. But
oh, and Magic goes down on the ball. Boops off the map by Fozix. Not much you can do about that one. It looks like Akron still forcing... They are able to force out mines from Heart there. It looks like Akron's just going to back into spawn. They get the barrage out here too. It looks like Miami is going to take the fight into Akron's spawn here just to stall them out. You know, it is value. Magic is able to take out CSAC on the Ana. So now looks like Akron might want to try to come back into this one. The res does come back. Again, that's res out of the fight. That could be big. Oh, but the hack comes onto Magic and he is taken down in the back line.
I mean, that Sombra is definitely proving her worth just with those hacks and also the follow through on the kill.
Jaden's able to take out Jaybird, but Shuckle is taken down by CGS on the Sombra. Looks like Akron's going to be fully resetting again. They are able to take out Fozix. Looks like the res may come out, but no. Looks like Magic is coming in on the Winston. He's getting extremely low. Can the healing from Eric keep him up? Just enough, but no, he does get taken down by CGS again. CGS on that Sombra is just doing so well, as you've been saying.
Yeah.
Stunape trying to take down CSAC just cannot happen.
It is a very nice EMP, even though it only got 2. It was both on Midtown and Stun Up, and both were killed in the following carnage. So Akron is really going to have to fight back against that Sombra because CGS
very little time remaining.
Yes.
So now you have Stunape on the Widow. He's trying to take him down. He's not quite getting the shots he wants off. Magic is able to take down Fozix, but Akron's going to lose 2 in turn. The Gravitic Flux coming out from Shuckle, so they might be able to get this with Heart going down extremely low. With Shuckle forcing pressure onto CSAC on the Ana. Midtown Man does go down. CSAC goes down right after. It looks like Akron's going to be taking this fight. But Miami is still in it for the time being.
Yep, it seems like Miami is just trying to do that, stay on the point, because I believe there was only one left on the point after it was capped, but it looks like Miami might be pulling back. Again, there is that Sombra just trying to hack and go in the back lines.
Now, if you're Akron, do you think you want to stick on this Sombra? I mean, while the enemy team is running a ball and a Winston, it seems like the Sombra hasn't been getting the value that I think they want out of it here. Perhaps maybe even a McCree or an Ashe coming out from Jaden might be enough to just pressure Kha'Zix. But Magic does come out with the Primal Rage here. He's able to take down CSAC. The Midtown Man goes down to Heart. Magic with another kill on the Mercy. No supports out from Miami, but it is still an even fight. So let's see what Akron can do with this one. Heart is able to take out Shuckle, but Kinku does go down. Kha'Zix coming out with the barrage, able to take down Magic. CGS taking down Eric. Kha'Zix taking out Jaden. And it looks like Akron is on the ropes here for Lijiang Tower. Gardens, that's the name of this map. Yep. EMP coming out, taking down Stunape. And Akron's just going to be staggering to the point. I don't think they're going to get this one.
Eric trying to contest on point, but again, with the whole team on point, it does make it rather hard. And
all right, that's the end of that point. You're tied 1-1 going into Control Center. Now, Akron had a very strong showing coming out to Control Center yesterday. Remember, they did lose Gardens yesterday, so I'm not too worried.
Yes, I know CGS just on that Sombra is really getting just getting the hacks they need, getting the EMPs off, and it is really making it hard for Akron to kind of initiate whenever one team member, is taken down. We may be seeing a swap from Jaden just because, yes, there is a lot of the two tanks are pretty good Sombra is pretty good against Miami's two tanks. However, I just don't know if Sombra is the move. Oh, and it looks like he did swap to Sim.
Yeah, well, it looks like he's probably going to be teleporting out and maybe swapping to a McCree or even a Junkrat. We saw the Jaden Rat yesterday. He is going to come out on the McCree. I guess they're expecting a Pharah here, but Kha'Zix is on the Junkrat, so the ground Pharah, or the closest similar hero to that. So Shuckle's going to be taking some high ground positioning, likely to open up some space for Stunape. But Magic with a big hook, but it is going to be bubbled by Heart. So Magic's just going to back out of there. Akron's going to be taking a lot of different angles here. Magic does go down as Miami was able to rotate onto him, but Jaden's able to take out Heart on the target. That's a lot of damage gone from Miami. And now Jaden's just going to be trying to flank behind there. Not getting a ton of value there, but he is forcing CGS out. And Stunape's going to get the pick onto him. It looks like Akron is up in this fight. But Midtown Man does go down to Kha'Zix there, so it's a lot of healing gone for Akron. Can the Mercy really keep it up? But Stunape with three great shots. And he might be taking this fight for Akron here. So Heart on the Roadhog is getting low. He's getting burned. Kha'Zix just throwing in a ton of damage from that Junkrat. It's already 79% to ult, which is not too bad for a Junkrat. And a huge hook from Magic there. And now it looks like Akron's going to be able to get control, and Miami's going to back it up.
Yeah, so as we saw, that was a pretty intensive fight. Both sides were taking casualties, but then Akron kind of managed to really pull through, stun up just with those quick shots, quick picks, really kind of helping the team out there, I think, with both that and the McCree pick, just to kind of help with the CC. I think Akron, they're doing pretty good so far.
Oh, and Magic gets a big hook onto CSAC on the Ana, but he's not able to get the kill. Jaden is able to take out Kha'Zix, though, and gets Quinku very low. But Stunape is taken down, or Stunape's Bob is taken down, but Akron with a Gravitic Flux, and it looks like they're going to be cleaning up this fight with just a couple of ults there.
No, it was a pretty good shot into Shuckle's Graviton Flux. I know CGS went for the high noon, but that was quickly shut down by stun up, so you'll love to see it.
Yes, we do. So as Akron's now setting up on the point, it's a little bit of a similar position that UNT was in yesterday. It looks like Miami now is going to be going high ground. They're baiting out some of the attention to be too hard on the Roadhog. Jaden's able to take out Kha'Zix's Tire. Remember, Tire is basically an instant kill against any hero in the game. With an even fight now, Sunape is able to get res by Eric there, but it's still an even fight. Jaden getting the nano. He's putting in a ton of damage here, but just not getting the picks that he needs. So Miami's able to take over the point from Akron, and it looks like Akron's going to have to back up here, and they're going to reset.
Yep, Akron did make it to almost 75, so they are doing fairly well in terms of time. However, again, things can change very rapidly, and it looks like Miami is once again pushing up and really kind of putting Akron on the defensive if they want that point.
As you see, we have a switch from Kha'Zix here onto the Hanzo now. I guess they were just waiting for that Roadhog, or that Junkrat tire. And now Kha'Zix is going to be able to throw in a ton of damage, have the one-shot potential from that Hog, or from that headshot. And Magic on the Hogs just pushing Miami off the point, getting a ton of damage in, but Akron's just not able to get the kills that they need, so they're just going to have to reset again.
Yep. It looks like Magic is making his way out. I know there was.
Nice tactical reset there.
Yep. So I wonder if we're going to be seeing maybe another Shield or even another Zarya. I know Miami was running Ryan Zarya for a little bit, but they did swap out to Hog. And
push all the way into Akron's spawn, but Akron is able to take out Jaybird and Lucio. Looks like Akron's still going to lose this fight here. Chuckle's trying to get back into spawn, or maybe get his support some ult charge.
Yep, and it's always risky to kind of push up into spawn like that, just with how far away you are from your own, leaving the point open. But Miami is just kind of really following through with those hard pushes up.
With a big hook from Magic there, Chuckle's able to take down Hart. Hart's coming now back on the ball. That Miami knows that they kind of have to get to 99% here, get everyone back as soon as possible. Looks like they're trying to get a pick. Magic does take down Kinku, but he does go down to the high noon in the process. So now, with Hart slept there, Akron's trying to get him taken down. Looks like he's going to go down to Gravitic Flux. Akron's likely going to be able to take this fight here, but Miami might be able to come back in it. And nope, it looks like Akron will be taking it. We're going to continue on just a little bit longer.
Yep. Miami managing to get it into overtime is pretty big. There is only about, I think, 20 seconds left that they have to push, so there should be one more pretty big team fight before this game is over.
So with one team fight remaining, it looks like Akron has a little bit of an ultimate advantage here, but a few are going to be coming on for Miami in just a second. Magic getting the big hook. They're able to take down Hart, which is a huge pick. That they lose a ton of pick potential, but Magic does go down in the process. Sunape getting extremely low from Kha'Zix on that Hanzo. He does miss the dynamite. That's extremely lucky. You need that damage coming in. He's going to go down CGS, but he does get the res. No, he doesn't. They're able to cancel the res.
CGS on that stun, as you saw with the Sombra, just with the canceling, and again with the McCree and the flashbang. Looking like we're doing the old washing machine strat.
And now Eric with the pistol out, battle mercying, just desperately trying, and Miami's going to take Lijiang Tower.
So that was a pretty good match. Akron came out really strong on that first map, and then it was just kind of fairly evenly matched for both teams. But that Sombra in the second map, and even the McCree as well, just kind of really put pressure on Akron.
I mean, Jaden taking out the tire there in the play of the game. But, you know, it's something from Akron where you really got to just look and say, we've been in this situation before. You know, there's really nothing special about what Miami did. And, you know, they were down against UNT early yesterday. They were able to get the draw on Hollywood. And now they just have to reset, come back. They know their game plan. And you saw they were playing extremely well there.
Yes. I know both teams, I think they are fairly evenly matched. It doesn't seem like it's skewed in one side. As you saw, it wasn't like, you know, Miami rolled or Akron rolled. It was very good fights. Of course, you had the overtime and both points on 99. And you love to see matches like that just because it's really interesting to see whenever teams are, you know, kind of at that equal. And it's just whoever has almost the better strat or who's able to just get that first pick.
And you definitely saw CGS. I would say CGS was probably Miami's best player there. I mean, you constantly saw him on the Sombra getting the big hacks. And then when he was on the McCree, he was taking people out. He was in the backline. He was getting the picks that he needed, getting a ton of damage in. You know, you want to think, do you want to try to shut down that McCree, or do you want to continue just with the specific strategies that you have created in scrims?
Yes, I think definitely CGS on that Sombra kind of really forced Akron into that position where they weren't able to take the point just because you know, if you're hacked and then you get picked, it's kind of like you almost have to wait for the respawn just because
Mhm.
it's really hard to do 5v6. So I think if CGS brings out the Sombra again, I think that will definitely be very interesting to see against Akron.
So it looks like we are going back to Hollywood here. Uh, so, definitely we saw yesterday Akron had a strong showing on the attack here. They were able to force into overtime for the defense, and they never quite took that last tick. They had about a minute and a half remaining against UNT. They were to get the draw, and that was where the momentum shifted. Do you think we're going to see a similar situation here? Or do you think Akron straight up wins this map?
I think Akron, I think we may see, I don't necessarily want to say a draw, but I don't know. It's just, again, with the possibility of that Sombra, and even just CGS in general, just on the McCree with the picks. Heck yeah, Torb on the other team. Love to see it. Um, but
Don't
I think
expect
it'll
it. Oh,
definitely be very interesting. Oh, I read the thing wrong. That's our Torb. Oops.
yeah. I don't expect to see a Torb on the attack there, but you know what? Sonic is extremely flexible. He might do it, especially, I mean, to counter a Sombra. Torb is a pretty good Sombra counter, but Jaden is coming out on the Sombra here. So we saw that yesterday. He did get a decent amount of value here. Let's see what they can do. All right. So, looks like Eric's going to be speed boosting out, probably swapping to the Mercy, his favorite hero. And with about 20% ultimate coming out from CGS there with a big dynamite. Could really help later on here, but they're just tossing in some trash damage. Sundape looking for the over-the-roof pick, not able to find anything. Looks like Akron's going to push straight up with Miami taking the high ground with both of their tanks. And Magic is actually able to get a big hook onto Fozix, and Jaden's going to take down the CGS. That's a ton of damage gone from Miami. Akron's now going to want to push in here. Junkrat Trap is able to stop Magic, and Jaybird's able to get the res onto CGS, but looks like Akron's still going to be pushing in here. They're able to take down CSAC. So now as they push into the point, Jaden with another pick. Remember, we saw him on the Widow yesterday. He's so good. But Hart's able to take down Jaden. Kinku's able to take down Shuckles. But now we're back in an even fight. Akron kind of on the ropes here. They got to keep Magic up. That's kind of the key here. He's not able to get the hook onto the Reinhardt, just pressuring him out. But Akron does have spawn advantage here. But Sunape is going to go down. A lot of damage gone. They're still going to be fighting this one out. Magic's able to get his whole hog off. He's going to take down two. The Shatter comes out from Kinku there, and now Akron looks like they're going to be taking the point with another big hook from Magic.
Yep, and so it did look like there almost for a minute that they wouldn't be able to get that first tick, but here they have capped the point. They have 5 minutes. Really great hooks from Magic. He was just on it, able to finish up, follow through. And I think that was kind of really helping with the team. And of course, Eric just on with the heals, making sure that Hog stayed alive. I think that kind of really also helped to ensure the capture.
Having played with Magic for a whole year, he was a fantastic Sigma. But now seeing him on this Roadhog, he is just completely unleashed. And it's just incredible to see. But Miami is going to be able to take out two as Akron pushes through the gates. So this is a difficult choke to push through, but not the hardest one in the world. You just have to make sure to get maybe a pick from your Ashe or your Widow there, and usually you can take this one. Looks like his Akron's going to be setting up on multiple angles here. Sunny going to be throwing in the dynamite, not going to get anything from it. Oh, never mind. He does actually hit something with it. Now Akron's getting all set up with the Bob and the pile driver engage coming in. The Bob's coming out from Miami on the other side. Jaden's able to take out Hart with a lot of damage from the other team. CGS is able to take down Akron's Bob, but Akron's going to in turn take out CGS's Bob.
Yeah, but of course with mirror matches like this, it's always interesting to see two ults at the same time and just kind of how both teams counter and react.
Magic is able to take out Fozix. Shuckle's able to take out CGS. Looks like this is going to be opening up for Akron a little bit here, with Shuckle just rolling through the Mercy. The Battle Mercy coming out from Eric, of course. We'd love to see it. Hart's able to take out Shuckle out elsewhere, but Akron still looks like they won this fight.
Yep, and it looks like Magic and Ashe are going in. Great pick on the Junkrat.
Also able to get the pick, force out the res, get the dynamite in. Not able to stop the res, but that's still the res gone for Miami there. Akron has so much pick potential. You really want to have that res. Magic gonna get forced out there. Sunape is able to take out Fozix again. Now, if I'm Fozix, I'm thinking, do I want to stick on this Junkrat? He's countered by both the Ashe and the Widow. With Akron just opening up this fight and Shuckle in the back line. Able to take out the Ana.
Able to get the Mercy, and the payload is making its way down to the second checkpoint. It's looking like Fozzik might try and do something with the tire once the rest of his team respawns. We might see another team fight before they reach the point. Here it is.
The Hog. It looks like they're not going to be able to get the contest. Oh, they do get the contest. No, they don't. Looks like Akron actually walked off the point a little bit there. But Akron is able to take it, and the BM dance coming out from Stunape there. You love to see it. We saw it yesterday, and that might have been the moment that turned it all around for them yesterday. It was that dance, but Fozzic's able to just throw in a ton of damage there. Jaden is able to take out C-Stack though, and Akron's going to be winning this fight with Miami extending deep. You don't necessarily want to win this fight if you're Miami. You just want to stall, and that was kind of what they did. So now they're going to get the reset here. They are able to take a couple seconds off from Akron. That might be all you need.
Yep, and it looks like we do have 3 ults from Akron, almost 4 with Eric's Valkyrie. So it's looking like this next push around that corner, I know that's where a lot of payloads can get stalled, but it's like we might be seeing some
big hook from Magic onto CGS through multiple characters.
That was disgusting, if I'm being honest. Go Zips, but always with the hook.
You know, hook 1.0 right there. Another hook coming out from Magic. You heard it. He didn't quite get the damage, but Fozzic's able to take down the Stunape. Magic just gonna stay alive through it with his take a breather. Remember, it gives that I believe 30% damage reduction. He's gonna get the hook on a Fozzic's, not gonna get the pick. They're gonna get the res on the Stunape. Looks like Akron's gonna be trying to force the fight here still.
And it looks like we're all just kind of chilling, waiting to engage. I know we do have 4 ults again coming up on 5 with Midtown Man's Nano, and I think Jaden should be able to get sights up pretty quickly.
Getting low there from a shot from CTS, but the Bob's going to come out from Stunape there. He's going to get extremely low, but the Bob is going to open up a little bit of space there for Akron. Magic in the stairway is able to take out Hart. He does use his whole hog in the process, but it's able to take down Kinku's shield, which kind of bad against a team comp with multiple hit scans. But Akron's not able to get the picks that they need. With Magic does get C-Stack with their own Ana going down. The res comes out from Miami, and it looks like Akron's gonna lose this fight with Magic getting stuck on the Junkrat trap. But Battle Mercy coming out, not gonna work that time, Eric. Sorry.
Yep, and it looks like we are just going to do a reset. Jaden has vision. That Junkrat, again, just getting those shots over the top.
Fozzic's using that Overwatch League game sense to bounce those things off of every wall imaginable. He's just doing so much damage to Jaden.
Jaden is just trying to live, popping ult.
Magic, you know, you get the Jaws theme playing here. He's looking for that hook. He knows they're all up there. Stunape's actually going to go for the pick onto the Ana. He's going to get the dynamite off. Now with Shuckle diving onto him, onto the Ana, but not going to take him down. The Shatter coming out from Miami. He's going to take out Stunape. Magic's going to take out Hart. Fozzic's going to take out Midtown Man. And it looks like Akron's going to lose this fight. So now they're kind of on the ropes here. You're in about 1 fight territory here after the reset. You know, is there anything that, are there maybe any swaps that Akron wants to make here?
I don't know, with both ults, except for Jaden, everyone else is fairly close to ult, and it looks like he is going for that Sombra pick. I'm really excited about that. Here, I think Sombra might be what they need in order to kind of turn the tables and get the payload the last, 10, 15 meters it needs to go. Looks like he is
definitely want to
behind.
Definitely want to try to hack one of those tanks there. You know, they rely on their abilities so much, but it looks like he's actually going to go after Fozzic's here. So a little bit of duel from Fozzic's, but Fozzic's going to take out Jaden. CGS is going to take out Stunape. So now Akron's on the ropes, just shy of the 3rd point. Looks like they're going to get a little bit of contest here. They're forced into overtime. But now with the Bob on the field for Akron, it's just opening up a little bit of space for them. But Hart's going to take out Magic, and I don't know if Akron's going to take this back with Hart with the whole hog coming out with the nano, but the hack's going to come out and the sleep. But Akron is going to get taken down. Miami's going to hold them on 2nd here.
Yep. So it looked like there at the last second. I know they did stay on Widow for, I think it was the entire match. Sombra a little earlier might have been able to kind of help turn the tides. but just with those picks that Miami was getting, it was fairly difficult.
Hmm. You know, you know, most of Sombra's kit relies around that EMP, so she's
Hmm.
definitely not more than, or she's definitely not a good stall character or a good rush character. She's someone where you want to go in there, you want to do a ton of damage over a couple fights. If you lose them, whatever, because that EMP is just going to shut down an entire team, and that's kind of what you need out of that. And it was a little bit late for them. You know,
Yep, and I know with Miami's Junkrat, just landing those shots where it's like you look at the kill cam and he isn't even looking in your direction. Really good at kind of just getting those shots and being able to take down, the wayward support who was unlucky enough to be in position. But looking like they're going to be running Hanzo for the first half. I'm wondering if we'll see a Junkrat swap, but looking like we have somewhat of a divey comp almost, just with the Winston, maybe to try and take some pressure off.
hmm
But
looks like both teams will likely be running this Winston. Akron's gonna be running the double shield or the double hit scan here, hoping to shut down the Junkrat. Jaden gonna go for the early peek with stun ape. Neither are really gonna get much value from that. Jaden's still in the security room, and he is gonna be forced to back up as the tanks push in.
yep. And as you see, it does look like they're not holding too hard on that choke, but Miami isn't really, they haven't really gone in very far yet. So I think they are
Shuffle
kind of
taken down by Heart.
Yep,
That's
I think
a big
they're
loss.
trying to
But
take the
Jaden's
fixed
able to
point.
take out Kinku. And Magic's able to take out Jaybird, so it looks like Akron's going to be opening up this fight just a little bit. Sundape is forced out by a shot from Kha'Zix, but looks like Akron's going to have to, or going to be able to push in here. Miami's going to have to back up. So, a little bit of an Ashe duel there. No winners or losers there.
It looks like Miami is just kind of regrouping back near the choke point. Stand up managing to get a nice dynamite off. But looks like they're going through the security room.
Ooh, and the messed up jump from Kinku there that opens up Akron to get a pick onto the enemy Ashe. It's going to allow them to use that res, but Akron's going to get their own res out. Magic's in the backline, but he is getting extremely low. And now CGS taking down both of Akron's tanks. So now if you're Akron, you're sweating a little bit here because you know it's going to be a little bit difficult to take this, to hold this map on second point here. CGS just absolutely popping off on the Ashe. That's looks like a 5k to me. And Akron's going to have to back it up. They're going to try to hold on second.
Yes, with the Hog on top of the Ashe damage boosted by Mercy, that is a very deadly combination to have. And it's looking like we're going to keep the same comp.
Kha'Zix's going to get a pick onto Eric there. Still not going to be able to get that early hold that they want there. They're going to have to hold more on the streets than in the choke. Definitely not ideal for Akron here, but they still have the high ground here. They have both of those hit scan DPS that just love that high ground. But Kha'Zix's on that Hanzo. He's looking to get that early pick off like he just got to Eric. Shuckle is going to be holding the high ground here, backing up. Looks like they're just going to go for another little bit of a poke war before either team really engages.
Yeah, but it looks like with most of Akron holding up top, they do kind of have the high ground advantage, especially for the hit scan.
Dragon's going to be coming out from Kha'Zix as Shuckle dives into the backline. Kha'Zix's able to take down Magic, but Jaden's able to take down CGS. Jaden's so good on that Widow, but they're able to get the res off. They take down Jaybird in the process, but they do lose Shuckle as well, so Miami does have a little bit of advantage here. The sights coming out from Jaden there. They're going to use an early Bob, just get that extra player. Remember, Bob can contest the point. Sunape's going to melt down Heart there. Big dynamite coming in with Shuckle diving in. He's able to take down a ton from Miami. The Nano Boost coming out from Miami onto their Winston. The Nano Winston does so much damage, but Shuckle with the Primal Rage is going to keep Miami supports busy. Magic can take down Kinku, and if you're Miami here, you're going to probably want to be backing up, even with the pick on to Shuckle there. I don't think it's enough to push in.
No, I know it is. It's always whenever you have that kind of momentum build up and you lose one, it's always really tempting to kind of continue the fight. But I think Miami is just deciding to back out.
All right, Jaden getting pressured out by CGS on that Ashe. And Kha'Zix now is on the Sombra. Missed that switch. He's able to hack Magic. Jaden does get res, but it looks like Miami is going to be taking 3.2 here, or at least getting very close to the end of it. But Sunape going down late, I don't think Akron's going to get a good recontest here.
Nope, but it looks like Miami is going to take that third point here. Akron is going to want to hold rather far up just because the payload, it's relatively close to 3, but it's a little bit sooner than if Akron had managed to get to 3.
And they have a ton of time in that time bank. Remember, they started off with about 4 minutes and 5 seconds remaining for this third point. And Bozix is going to take down Shuckle, so now Akron's going to have to wait even longer. Shuckle getting down quickly there. And with CGS taking extremely aggressive positioning on that high ground, Akron's going to be looking to set up finally with the cart a little bit further than I think they'd want. But Sunape's able to get the dynamite off. The hook does come out from Magic, but it does miss. But now a nano boost onto someone comes out from Akron. Sunape able to take down CGS with the headshot. And Magic's able to get the hook onto Hart on the Roadhog. It's about an even fight, but Akron does have a little bit of an advantage here. They have a Sombra of their own now. They're 45% to EMP, which is definitely a good thing. But Fozik's out there with his own EMP. And Miami has 4 ults here. If you're Akron, you have to play extremely creatively to, prevent these ults from completely shutting yourself down.
Yep, I know. I think they definitely should be looking out and just kind of trying to avoid the EMP, but I know the only way to really avoid that is to spread out. But whenever you're in kind of a really hard defensive push like this, you kind of want to be together just to kind of help focus all of your damage.
And with a couple of ults coming out from Akron there, they're only gonna force out the nano boost from Miami. But that is a one fight. That's just some more time coming out from Miami's time bank.
Yep, and it looks like the payload did close enough to start the little intense music, but I think Miami is just going to have to group up again.
I almost forgot there's music in this game, so I play without it.
Yeah.
Well, Sunape taking the high ground. Looks like Miami's going to be rotating around that right side. They're not going to be taking the high ground. They're just going to be trying to get on the back line. CGS is going to take out Magic there. The EMP coming out from Jaden. If they're able to take down Fozix, so he can't EMP here, which is a big loss. And Sunape getting the big pick onto Jaybird there with the cart less than 4 meters away. So now Akron, they have to stall this out, but they're getting the picks that they need. Can they just stay on the cart? And a big hook coming out from Magic is able to take down CSAC. So now, as Magic pushes onto the point, it looks like Akron's going to be able to take this fight. And now, Miami's getting close here. They have only a minute there. Yes, they have the EMP, but is that enough? With Akron having the Valkyrie, Eric's going to be playing safe. Sunape's going to have the Bob, which can easily get a pick. Magic, I mean, we know he can just get an easy hook early on there. So if you're Fozix, you have to use that early.
Yep, and what they may do is either try and counter it with the Bob, just because it is really hard to land an individual hack, but shutting down Bob can be rather depressing just because you lose the support.
Looks like we're getting a pause here. Looks like a pause coming out from Miami. All right, so is there anything from the Zips here that you really liked so far?
I think I've definitely liked seeing the Sombra out. Sombra with her kit it's always very interesting to see because there are some different play styles. I know some people play aggro, but I know Fozzik and CGS, they were both kind of really going in the back lines. But then Jaden coming out with the Sombra, which is always nice to see.
I mean, what is he? I think a 4,300 Sombra. I mean, that was the hero that he got to top 500 with. Extremely good Sombra. It's his pocket pick, and it looks like we actually are getting back into this pretty quickly. It looks like CSAC was a loss to a disconnect there. You know what? I don't know if they have the nano boost, but CSAC is going to be going in this now with 0% ult charge, which is something you have to look at, and we're going back to a pause. All right. Okay. And so anything from Miami that you liked there? Do you think there was anything special from them?
I think again with the Sombra pick, but I know also with their Winston, he has been very good with his dives
Hmm.
and just kind of being able to really and with his ult too, just being able to kind of push and kind of control the point and who's on, who's off. And
Hmm.
I think that Miami has done a very good job with just kind of their team synergy and just everyone kind of playing with each other and just being able to go in and help just follow through with attacks or with the stuns.
hmm in the past, Miami and Akron, Miami's had the edge, and a lot of it did come down to that team coordination. That's something that I know that Akron has been practicing with a ton over the past couple of years, and I think we're really starting to see the result here. I mean, they're following up on pile drives when they're playing the ball. They're following up on hacks, and Stunape is constantly just ready to get that quick pick. As his tanks engage, and now we're seeing them playing against a new Miami team, but you're starting to see how both teams now have that very good coordination. I'm sure Miami has a great coach, and we are back into the game. Did not see that coming. So, like I said, CSAC now without any ultimate charge coming out on that Ana. And
It's very
looks like
unfortunate to have, especially in the last, crucial
last
minute
fight,
of the
really.
game. But
Dynamite coming out and the hack, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to take out Jaybird. A ton of healing coming out from CSAC there.
but
So
it
now
looks like
Akron's going to be taking some default positioning. The hack comes out from Jaden in the back line. He's able to force him out. Shuckle is getting a ton of damage in. He gets taken down, but Fozix is going to take it down by stun it after the EMP comes out. But CGS is going to take out one. CSAC taking out another. So now as we're getting into this, it looks like Miami might be able to take this fight here as the card pushes in. And yeah, they are going to take map 2. So now Akron is down 2-0 in the series. They're going to have to take it back next map.
Yep. I think it was very interesting how even though they did have a disconnect and they did have to pause, Miami still managed to win.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you definitely see the power of the EMP there. They came in, they just used that EMP. It was able to basically eliminate Akron's backline for a second. And that's really all you need. You had Jade in the backline. He was able to get a hack. Shuckle was able to engage, but his supports really couldn't keep him up too well there because they were dealing with a Sombra in the backline. Yes, Stunape took the Sombra out, but with no abilities, the Mercy cannot fly to their Winston, and their Ana can't nade the Winston. So it's a big loss there.
Yes, I know. Especially from Miami, you saw some interesting combos. How it would either be a sleep and a hack or a hack and a sleep, and I feel like Akron could really capitalize on doing something like that,
hmm
and just kind of putting even more additional support onto, if somebody CC'd. But like you said earlier, Akron has been very good about following through, and just kind of really making sure that they are working as a team to, kind of either just take down one specific target or, do a certain strat, maybe like going around. So we've had some very good games.
hmm
These past 2 games have been very good, and it's again not tilted in one team's favor.
While the score of the game itself is 2-0, I mean, both of these went to the bitter end. Both of them are for Hollywood. Both teams ended up going to overtime. And for Lijiang, I believe both teams were at 99% at the end of the second, at the end of Control Center. So it's just, while Miami has that just finishing edge there, Akron's still putting up an extremely good fight. And this match could easily be 2-0 Akron, maybe a pick here and there. So, going into this, I'm not worried really at all. You may want, you may hope that they win this next match, or may hope that Akron wins this next match. I really think that they can.
Yes, I know it's always just with these matches again, it is kind of just really down to the last few minutes of just because the teams are so equally matched and they are both playing their best to kind of just really go out there and give it their all.
They both want that pizza party. And
Yep.
I mean, our insider sources say Akron is actually planning on an anchovy and pineapple pizza. So,
Mm,
you know, pretty good
love to
stuff
see
there.
it.
But, I think our next map here is going to be Route 66, if
Love
I'm
it.
reading this correctly. And that's one yesterday that Akron dominated. You had Sunape. I mean, he posted on Twitter about his success with Ash on third point attack with his Ash, but then you had Jaden just almost carrying the defense there, especially on the first point where they almost pushed UNT to a full hold. So Akron looks like they're gonna be going out with a comfort pick, probably playing some more of that double sniper Ash Widow. Let's see what happens.
Yep, and it looks like Akron is going to be on attack for this first part. So, of course, this is a very good map, especially down that first long straight. It is very good for getting those quick picks from the sniper. And it's always just interesting to see, especially that corner that we're going past right now. I know that is kind of, whenever you get the cart there, it's always kind of very neck and neck for holding.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, on Big Earl's gas station, the Route 66 treasure.
Yep.
I will say one thing about this map that I don't understand. Why does the road go from, if this is the route, this is Route 66. I believe there's a sign that says Route 66. Why does the road in total go about a mile from a like diner to a big garage warehouse thing? What's
Well,
the point of that?
it's the future. This is what's going to happen to our roads in the future.
They're all going to go about a
Yeah.
mile.
Yeah, it's just going to be 1 mile, one diner, one little garage full of trains.
So, yep, a very inefficient future I see.
Oh,
It
my
looks like
bad.
now Akron is coming out on the double sniper here, and Fozik is on that Sombra again, so they got a ton of value out of him there, on Hollywood. Looks like Akron just gonna be looking for a little bit of positioning here. They're not gonna quite get anything so far. The CGS on that Ash is gonna be holding down that corner, but Hart's going for the hook. He is able to get the hook, but he gets slept, and so now this is a big opportunity for Akron to take out Hart early. They're gonna get the purple off, but Jaden's just gonna miss the headshot there. So now they're going to be forced back. They're going to have to try to reset. But CGS is going to go down to Jaden here. Jaden is looking for a kill onto a support, maybe. CGS is able to get the res. But again, that's res out of the fight for Miami. So Akron is getting those early picks. It's just they're not able to really follow up afterwards.
Yes,
now,
I need
Foz is pressuring off Stunate. Match is going to get the hook onto Hart. And now Match is going to push onto Kinku. And it looks like Akron's going to be taking this both tanks down.
Yep, and I know it is rather hard, especially just because there is a lot of variance in the terrain, just in terms of high ground versus low ground. So if you do land that one sleep, it can be rather awkward to kind of really pile around.
Mm-hmm. Now, as looks like Miami's gonna be setting up on the high ground there, but they do end up sleeping Hart. So now Jaden's going to go for the not full charge headshot there. Not gonna get as much damage as he wanted there. CJS is gonna take out Sunny. Magic's gonna take out Fozix. So now Eric's gonna get the res onto Sunny. Jaybird's gonna get the res onto Fozix. Sunny's gonna take out CGS, and now he's going after Jaybird. Couple quick flicks there is able to take Jaybird down. The EMP comes out from Fozix there, but I don't think that's really the time you want an EMP there. You don't really have the team to follow up there. You do lose a big ultimate. Maybe they're looking for a swap. And the coach gun onto the primaling Winston is able to take him out.
Yep, so we saw pretty good from Akron there. It was looking like Miami was putting up a pretty strong defense, but then Akron was able to just kind of push through and then really just go straight forward with the payload.
Akron really is...
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, Akron's really is getting the advantage in those quick picks, and like I said, they had to follow up on them, but now they're getting the follow-ups. And the sleep on Fozix, a little bit of miscommunication there, and Magic's gonna miss the hook on a big pick there, but not gonna happen. CGS is gonna take out Sunape. Jaden's gonna get res. Looks like Miami's gonna be pushing in here. They're gonna get the hook again. They do take out Fozix that time, but the mine's coming out from Hart there. It's gonna kind of slow Akron down. They're not gonna be able to just push in like they want to. And the hook hitting the wall for Magic, but he is going to use the whole hog to push Kinku into the saloon. And we're just going to be pushing the back. And a big hook onto Hart. Hart goes extremely low, but he is able to get his shields up. The healing coming out from Jaybird onto him. So not going to get that pick, but Akron is going to get some space there.
Yep, and it looks like they Fozix swapped off the Sombra to a Genji. Interesting.
And the Graviton Surge is coming out from Akron. They're not going to quite get anything directly off of that, but they are going to take out Quinku and CSAC. Fozix able to take down Shuckle, but Magic's still on that hog. He's able to get the pick onto Fozix. And CGS is going to take out Magic while Shuckle does get res. Jaden's going to take out Hart. So this is still an even fight. Akron kind of does have the advantage here, but there is a damage advantage here with that Ashe coming from Miami.
Yep.
Kinku, you can continue.
Nah, and it's looking like Akron is doing a really good job of just being able to stay on the payload, even if it's just in contesting. But looking like they're gonna back out just a bit to regroup.
They want to back up. You know, Magic's going to get the pick on the CGS, which can either force him out of the early fight or force out the res. Now, as Stunape does overextend a little bit there, Fozix is able to take him out. Now, if you're Akron, you definitely want to back up.
Yep, and it looks like Jaden is going to kind of just loop back around, only at 50 for EMP, but he should be able to get that up fairly quickly with a hack or two.
One hack and a lot of shots into Winston's fat head, and that's EMP.
Yep.
He's looking for the hack. He's not going to quite get anything. Fozix is going to cancel the hack, so it goes on to cooldown. But Akron's still going to be pushing in, but Eric does go down early. Magic takes out Jaybird, so both teams merciless here. And with the Nano Boost coming out, I believe, onto Magic there with his whole hog. That's a ton of damage coming out. Akron's going to be able to take the point control here. Stunape just going to be pressuring CGS on that Ashe and Heart on that Zarya. And the hook coming out from Magic there. Going to take down CGS. Looks like Miami's going to be taking this fight back out onto them. But Akron's probably going to take this with another big hook. But he had to reload. He wasn't able to get it. So now the Nano Blade comes out from Miami here. Is able to take out one. I don't know if that's going to be enough. But actually, Fozix is going to take out Magic now. So Stunape getting the pick onto Fozix late in that fight. The res coming out from Eric onto Magic. Looks like Akron's going to be taking this one back here. The Bob comes out from Miami. And now, as that contests, Akron is just going to try to clean up the fight and wait for the Bob to expire.
Yep,
And Akron is able to take second. And the tactical crouching from Magic there.
Good old tactical crouching on the spray.
You never know if there's a Widow around the corner to headshot you. So you gotta crouch.
Yep. Looks
now
like as we move into the train garage here, where all roads lead to.
Kenku is going to take an engagement on the Stunape on the top there, but a ton of damage coming out from Sun. Able to take down Kenku pretty quickly. So now Stunape's taking that high ground position, really uncontested, but Heart is going to take out Stunape with a big right click from across the map. Maybe a res coming out there onto Stunape. Jaden's going to take out CGS on the Tracer. Jaden's now off of the Sombra onto the Tracer, and the hook onto Jaybird from Magic, and Akron's still going to be taking space. Jaden takes out CGS again. Now he's being forced out by both tanks. He's going to get extremely low, but he does get healed up by Eric there. The Graviton Surge comes out from Akron, but the bubble from Kenku keeps them all alive. The Graviton Surge now comes out from Miami. Now the healing is keeping Shuckle alive. And now Stunape is just throwing as much damage as he can. The Bob's coming out. Magic with the whole hog. Jaybird getting slept right on the point. Sleeping on the job as always. And Akron's going to take third point.
Beautiful third point with 1:13 to spare, so none of the they had over a minute left, which is always good to see for them.
Not quite as dominant as yesterday, but it's still a very good map so far. It looks like we are going into a pause again. Perhaps Miami's having a little bit of connection problems here. I know someone had to restart their game earlier.
Yeah, that's always really unfortunate to have to stop the game because of, connectivity issues, but me with my setup, I am very used to that.
Yeah, there's something about it where, especially, in a match like this, in a competition like this, you definitely don't really, even if you have like frame rate issues, just a little bit of those can really mess with somebody. Someone who just freaks out every time I drop below 143 frames. It's painful to have any situation like that. If I'm Amy, I'm very frustrated at just something out of my control. It's something you do have to kind of calm down about. It's something that's going to happen. You have to be prepared for it. Personally, I couldn't, but that's just me.
Yep. It's looking like we may see a similar team comp. I know last game it was very interesting to see the Winston and with Shuckle on the Zarya, just, you literally walk up to Winston and it's 40 free charge just with the Tesla cannon. So I think running Zarya again is interesting, but I'm excited to see it just because I think Shuckle will get a lot of charge and value out of her.
It looks like we're also seeing Fozix really showing his owl muscles by really just flashing onto every DPS you can imagine here. He's playing the Pharah, he's playing the Sombra, he's playing the Tracer. Definitely a very mechanically demanding heroes.
Yes, and especially just being able to go from the Junkrat, getting consistent kills to swapping to, Tracer. I'm really interested to see how he plays Tracer, if he
Hmm.
does the more kind of backline strats or if he's just in your face and being annoying.
A hook shot coming out from Jaden there. We're getting a little bit of a scope bug there, but he's not able to really find anything. He is able to perhaps force out the recall from Kha'Zix there. Keeps the sights off. Remember, if you get poisoned, it is going to force, or it's going to allow the Sombra or the Widow to see you around the walls there. So big dynamite coming out from Stunape. He's just going to back up as the dynamite from CGS comes in. So now it looks like they're just trying to find any sort of pick here. Akron's kind of giving up the high ground here, but Magic with another fantastic hook, and CGS is taken down by Stunape. It looks like Akron's going to be taking this one early, but Hart is going to take down the Stunape, and Kha'Zix is going to take down Magic. So now we're back to an even fight with Midtown Man is able to take down Kinku. Jaden's able to take down Hart. Now Akron's going to be taking this one back. They're going to get Stunape back, and it looks like Miami's going to want to reset here. But Kha'Zix is still trying to just stay in there as long as possible. He's going to take it down by Shuckle. And CSAC is taken down by Stunape. So definitely a little bit of ultimate advantage coming out from Akron there with those late picks.
Yep. And it looks like for this next fight, we will have the option of using the wall hacks with Jaden's ult, but I know Miami is kind of getting really close to that Tracer bomb, so kind of nervous for Eric and Midtown Man. I know supports are very popular targets for those pulse bombs.
As a Tracer main, it's very fun to do so.
As a Mercy main, it's not fun.
And it looks like it's going to be an even fight here, but Jaybird's going to get the res, but Shuckle's now going to take down CGS. That's a big loss for them. Jaden's going to take out Jaybird. Kha'Zix's going to get the pulse bomb onto Shuckle there. It looks like Miami's going to be able to take control here with just the DPS from Akron remaining. And the hook from Hart's going to take out Stunape. I don't think Akron's going to be able to get the recontest here. Looks like they might try, but I don't think you're going to get much recontest with the Widow.
Yep, it looks like just because they did use the sights, we may be seeing a swap here, possibly to Sombra. Maybe to just kind of help counter that Tracer, because if you can land in a hack or an EMP on the Tracer, it is very huge for fights.
Mm-hmm. And Magic is going to get a hook onto the Tracer. A little bit of Hog's a little bit of a counter to Tracer. Tracer used to be a big counter to Hog before his damage reduction change for his take a breather. But Magic gonna get another hook onto CGS there, so Magic's able to take out two, but he does go down. But Stunape's able to take out Jaybird in the process. Looks like Akron's gonna be pushing into this, throwing out the dynamite. Kinku's going to get Nano. He's gonna push in, forcing out the Bob from Akron. So Stunape getting zoned out. Midtown Man getting shut down by Kinku, but the Nano is not able to get a ton of value. The Primal Rage comes out. Hart's going to use his whole hog to take down Shuckle. So now Akron's getting pushed back here with some aggressive tank play from Miami. But Akron still has a chance here if they can just get one quick pick. And looks like Magic's going to take Hart off the map, possibly. Yeah, he's going to get two picks, both tanks down from the Nanoed hold hog from Magic. Looks like the modern day Nano Blade with this combo.
I know it's always surprising to see. This isn't a map you would typically think about getting environmental kills, but that was very satisfying to see Magic be able to just kind of push off the map. Just yoink.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and just missed the hook. I'm not sure how that one missed. But the pulse bomb comes out from Kha'Zix. Not going to hit much here. It's very quick charging ultimate, though. Kinku is going to take down Shuckle, though, which is a big loss for Akron. And now Magic is going to go down. Never hook first, Magic. Never hook first. And Midtown Man is going to take out Jaybird, so a little bit of hope here coming out from Akron. Midtown Man just not missing a shot onto Stunape there. He knows he cannot. So both Akron DPS getting very low, but the supports are keeping them. Hart's able to take out Stunape's Bob. But Stunape's still on the high ground. He's just controlling this area. And CGS is going to take out Stunape, forcing out the Bob from CGS as well. Midtown Man going to look for the health back. He's going to get it inside of the garage. But with the rest of his team dying, I don't think he wants to stay back there much longer.
No, I think it would be wise. It's looking like this point will go to Miami, and I think they will get the stagger on Midtown Man solo, and there it is. That's going to be unfortunate with both supports down. They are going to have to wait a bit for both to respawn and push up to the corner.
One good thing about third point, it's very easy to, not I wouldn't say it's easy to defend, but you can kind of defend at any point here. There's no big choke that once it gets past you are going to lose. So Akron in a good position here to hold this. They still have the double sniper here, but a little bit of flexibility coming out from CGS here now on the Hanzo. Instead, Magic's going to take down Kinku. Looks like another hook coming out. Now the modern Nano Blade here with the Nano Whole Hog. And another big hook onto Jaybird. Magic with these hooks. I want to know what his hook accuracy, honestly. But Hart is going to take down Midtown Man, so that opens up a little bit of space for Miami, but the res comes out from Akron. Looks like Miami's going to back up here, or they're just going to go for a quick reset. So
yeah, but again, as you saw, nice bubble on the Hog after he got hooked by Shuckle, just getting that high charge.
Magic body blocking the Hog, then getting a big hook onto CSAC. Miami's going to want to back up here again. And like I said, this is a good map or this is a good point to hold at any point. It looks like Akron's going to be choosing this first corner here. Looks like Hart is trying to take some positioning underneath. Oh, and he does get hooked, but the bubble comes out from Shuckle there. Looks like he got a little bit of charge from it, but with Kinku making an engagement and using bubble early, doesn't look like they're really going to have a main tank now for a couple more seconds. And now with CGS on the Widowmaker, that's a lot of damage onto Magic very quickly. Big head hitbox. But Hart using his whole hog, he's going to get hooked in, and he's going to get the tactical crouch coming out from Magic. Always love to see it. Magic just walking in, doing a ton of damage. The whole hog coming out from Magic, going to force Kinku back. Now, the Graviton Surge coming out from Akron there. It's not going to get a ton of value, but Jaden with the SMG Widow is going to get Fozix extremely low. Akron's going to push into them, and Sunape is going to get the big flick shot onto CGS there.
Yep, and it looks like Miami is going to have to wait for that reset, especially with that nice pick on the Widow from Stun Up. So it looks like they are just going to group up and try to push the corner. They got the payload a little bit further, about halfway to third point. So.
And Stunape is going to take out 2 in the back. So he takes out the Mercy, he takes out the Hanzo, and now Hart is going to be trying to go into the Akron back line. He's going to get the hook, but it looks like Akron's going to be able to just take him down. CGS is going to take out Widow, but I don't think that's going to be enough really to warrant a push. They're going to get the res off. They're throwing a ton of damage into Magic. Both snipers can one-shot a Squishy, and 2 of them can take out Magic. Magic going for the glitch hook there. Not going to work then, but it's already back up.
Yep, and with 30 seconds left, the intense music has started. So it's looking like Miami is going to have one more push, and only with about, they have about 4 ults to Akron's 2, maybe 3 coming up.
And the big pick onto Midtown Man. CSAC's going to take on Magic, so now Akron's a little bit on the ropes here, but there is a lot that Miami has to push here. This is not a quick push for them. Eric's going to get the res onto Magic. Fozzi's going to take out Shuckle. So now Akron throwing in a ton of damage. They're stalling this out. But, Miami's still coming out on top in most of these situations here. So Akron, they might want to just go for a quick reset and just get out with a full team fight. Bob is going to be stalling it out. Sunape's going to be taking positioning on the left side there. It's not going to be a ton of damage coming out from him at the moment. He's waiting for his Mercy Pocket to come back in. But now that with Eric on the Lucio, he's going to be missing a lot of that damage boost. And CGS is going to take out Sunape. CGS on the Widow has been so good. He's been getting a ton of picks here. But now with the Graviton Surge coming out for Akron here, ready to go, they're going to throw it out. Magic's going to take out CSAC in the back line. And so now Akron's going to get that full team fight. But Fozzic's going to take down Eric. Jaybird's going to res CSAC. And now Shuckle's going to get the pick onto Hart. But looks like for every pick Akron's getting, Miami's going to get 2. But Sunape is able to take down Fozzic. Sunape on the Doomfist for that stall. It's a high one-shot potential. But Kinku's able to take down 2. Jaden's trying to get back on. But no, he's not able to do it. Miami's going to take third point. We're going to extra rounds.
Yep, and Akron does have the advantage of just that extra minute, but I mean, as you've seen, a minute can make the difference of a win or a loss, so I think it'll be interesting to see how this next game is played.
Absolutely. I mean, if you look at the first point defense from Akron on, well, their defense, you'd see that they might be able to get this within the minute and keep that full hold, and they would just have to get, up to maybe first point. It's something that you're really hoping for from Akron. You have to win this. I would say if they don't full hold this here, I don't like their chances.
Yes, it would be very difficult, but it's looking like for a minute it almost looked like they were going to run Bastion, but then Stun Up went back to the trusty Ash and Mercy. Again with the double hit scan, just with both the Widow and the Ash. I think they're just going to be going for quick picks to just kind of really try and stall Miami from pushing the payload too far.
All right, and looks like from Miami they're going to be coming out with their normal composition. Nothing fancy here. Actually, we have CGS on the Sombra, but looks like both Kha'Zix and Sombra can play that hit scan, that flanker role. And Akron coming out with their trusty double sniper. It's been so good for them so far, so why change it?
Yeah.
So Jaden's gonna be going for the hook shot. Let's see if he can get any more value than he did last time. And a huge shot from Jaden to take out Kha'Zix. It's not exactly a game changer, but it looks good on the highlight reel.
It looks really good on the highlight reel, and they did use Mercy res very early on.
Yep. So now that forces Miami to kind of back up if they get picked at all here. CGS is now on the McCree. Heart's getting extremely low. Kha'Zix able to take down Jaden though, so now Akron's res is going to be coming out. And now Magic getting low, but he looks like he's looking for that hook there. But the hook coming out from Heart onto Sunape, so Sunape's going to go down. They don't have the res for him now. So now it's up to Magic really to get that big pick. Maybe Jaden can get a good headshot here. But Heart is going to take down Midtown Man. Kha'Zix can take down Jaden. Magic's going to go for the flank hook, but it's not going to happen. Akron's going to have to hold on second. With just a minute, Miami's able to take first point. They're going into overtime, so now they cannot get off the cart. But they are getting good positioning here quickly. Akron's taking the taking the high ground, but there was no bad spawn for Akron. So they can take an early fight here if they really need.
Yep,
But
and I know... Oh, sorry.
No, that's fine.
I was just going to point out, Miami is running a rather CC heavy comp. They have the Honest Sleep and Nade, they have the Hog Hook, and they have McCree Stun. I know that kind of happened with Magic whenever he went for the hook, so I'm wondering if Miami will just kind of be very harsh in their defensive and kind of make Akron take the fight to them to kind of try and get those CCs out.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to force Magic to push him. They know Magic is so good with that hook. They just want to shut him down anytime he goes in. But Magic is going to get the pick onto CGS there. Akron's able to get the second. They're going to get the third. It looks like Akron's going to be able to hold on the second here, but the healing's coming out onto the tanks. Just not enough. Akron's able to force them off the cart. Now Akron has 2 minutes to push about a point and a half. I think they can do it.
I think they can too, especially just with how the games have gone, where it is down to, the last 10 seconds of overtime. I think Akron will put up a really good fight to take this point and a half.
So looks like, early on, same compositions, not too many fancy compositions coming out. You're hoping maybe to see like a pirate ship Bastion. That's always fun to watch. Terrible to play against, but it's fun to watch.
It is very fun to watch Pirate Ship. I also like calling it Protect the President. I just think that's another funny name for it. But it looks like they are still just sticking to the 2-hit scan, Mercy damage boost, and then Zarya and Hog for that kind of charge. And then Midtown on the Ana.
It works. It looks like really Akron is playing just that. Oh! Sunape coming up on the Bastion. Are we going to see that first week of Season 4 come out? But, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, no, he's going back to the Ash. But it looks like we're going for very meta comps from Akron now. As I was saying before, they like to play to their strengths. But now they're playing, I think their strength is the meta. That Hog Zarya has been extremely good for them. And that double sniper has been extremely good for them. With the Sonic coming out from Kha'Zix there, it's going to force Akron back just a little bit. But Jaden can be looking for an early pick here. He knows he needs to get something going here.
Yep, and it didn't look like they were holding the top of the diner, which is interesting to see just because having that high ground is the usual strat. Oh, and it looks like Ash and Mercy are up there. Rest of the team seems to just be kind of engaging on point.
Like Jaden's still looking for that pick. Miami is taking very defensive positions. They don't want to, peek their head out. They know that Akron can just shut them down. Magic is going to miss the hook, and that might be an opportunity for Miami to push in here, knowing they don't have the hook, but they are going to get the purple onto Kinku. He's going to get melted down quickly, and Magic looking for another hook, not able to get it. Kinku is able to force out the, or Akron able to force out the res on Kinku there. So Akron's going to be pushing in. Yeah, they're very wary of that hook from Heart there. And another big hook from Magic. The purple onto Heart. The great follow-up from Midtown Man there. That's why he's contenders. But Kha'Zix is able to take out Stunape, so maybe the res is going to come out from Akron. But Magic again with another big hook onto Jaybird. Magic's just so good on this Roadhog. He's going to get slept, but the Tesla Cannon, I remember the name of it now. Tesla Cannon from Winston is going to wake him back up. Magic can get another hook onto CSG. Magic just absolutely walking through this Miami team right now. Magic, he's going to hook the Nano Roadhog, and they're just going to shut it down. My God, Magic is just walking on Miami right now. And now Miami doesn't have a ton of time. I mean, they're all the way back in spawn, or they're all the way back in 3rd point spawn, and Akron still has 30 seconds to push pretty far, pretty freely. So we're going into one-fight territory here, but Akron's going to get a lot of space here. Miami's not going to be able to take that high ground positioning that they probably want.
Yeah, but it looks like Jaden is just looking for a quick pick to help kind of ease the fight that will be coming whenever Miami tries to go on the choke point. Wasn't able to get it, unfortunately.
But looks like Akron is going to be taking point presence. Miami's going to be trying to go behind here. I don't know if I like that strategy from them.
Yeah.
I would want them to go onto the boards on the top right there. But now Hart coming in underneath. They're going to force the Dragon onto point. But the grab coming out from Akron here. CSAC is going to take out Jaden, but Magic's going to take out Jaybird. Stunape's going to take out Hart. So now Akron's up 1 here, but they haven't gotten enough just yet. And Shuckle's able to take out Kha'Zix. Akron's got to stay on this point. They cannot leave. The Bob's coming out from Miami here. Magic's going to take out CGS. And Stunape's going to get the pick onto CSAC. Shuckle's going to take out Kenku. It looks like Akron's able to force this in. So we have the Lucio coming out from Miami. Akron's able to take Route 66. We are going to a map 4. I'm sensing a reverse sweep, personally.
I think so too. Definitely with that last pick for Miami, I don't know if going around behind was the move. They did seem to be very rather indecisive about it. And I think that was what kind of cost them, just because they had to circle back around. But by that time, the point was a meter or 2 away.
I think they knew that they needed to get onto the point. And so they just wanted a way to make sure they weren't in Akron sightlines. You know, yes, taking the high ground would have been, I think, the better play, because you do have a ton of health pools that can't really get one shot in your tanks. They know that maybe a headshot from Jaden and a headshot from Stunape is just going to take out a tank. So they want to stay on that low ground, go inside there. But I don't think that there was any good right play for them.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of unlucky, honestly, for Miami.
Yep, I know. There were some great sleeps from both Midtown Man and I think it was CSAC on the Ana. I know there was one point where Magic, he was sleeped, he was flashbanged, and then naded and hooked. So I know they were really kind of pushing those just really extra CC comps. I think maybe Akron might. They weren't too heavy on the CC. I know Magic with those hooks, it was insane. But I'm kind of excited to see what both teams do, because we have seen some meta, but then we have also seen some little cracks in the meta. So I'm just kind of interested to see how they play this next map.
I mean, it looks like Akron really is trying to favor that meta, while Miami, they know that Kha'Zix is extremely flexible. They know CGC is extreme. Is that his name? CGC, yeah. No, CGS, jeez. But they both know that they're extremely flexible, and that's where you're seeing a little bit more flexibility. But from Akron, you know, you have Jaden just on that Widow, and maybe he's not making these highlight reel plays. You know, he had the great hook shot at the start, but he's doing enough, and that's all that he needs to do. He needs to get 1 pick, 2 picks. That's really all you need from your Widowmaker, and the rest of the team can kind of follow up on that. And that's what's happening with Akron. They're just playing. Everyone's doing what they need to do. No one's going for these flashy plays. You know, you may see the hook shot, you may see the tactical crouching, but they're building up around Magic as he can just walk in, and they know he can get a hook. They know Stunape can get a couple of headshots in, and they know Jaden can get that pick. And that's enough for them.
Yep. It's looking like this next map is going to be Temple of Anubis, good old 2CP. Kind of interested to see. I think we'll definitely see the Hog again, definitely see the Ana again. But I know this map, it's kind of interesting just because you have kind of the first 2 choke points almost, and going left is a very popular strat, but It's kind of like out of one choke point and into the other.
And it looks like early on, we're going to get the Sombra and the Hanzo coming out on the attack for Miami. That's possibly what they're going to be running here. You know, a lot of times you want that Sombra, because this is a very difficult choke to push through. You get that Sombra in the backline, maybe turn the supports around, you know, get them off their tanks on that high ground. Maybe get a hack onto a tank there and allow them to push in. So it's very... There's a lot of flank routes for the Sombra here, and it's a very difficult point to push into. So that's kind of what the Sombra's there for. You're not really looking almost for that EMP half the time. This is a map where she's not... Where, yes, the EMP is a very strong presence. The Sombra itself is just a strong presence here.
Yep, and especially just really being able to kind of shut down the tanks and make it virtually impossible to push through the choke is kind of where Sombra really excels on maps like this one.
And the double sniper coming out from Akron on the defense here. So looks like Sunape's going to be taking the closer position, or the further position than Jaden there. But looks like they're just looking for any head that peeks through. Looks like they're trying to get the Miami's trying to get the Sombra in the back line, but the hook comes out from Magic onto Heart there. Midtown Man's going to take out Heart. So Miami's going to want to back up here. They're missing a lot of pick potential there.
Yep, and it's looking like they're just going to wait for the reset. Magic kind of up front, guarding that left, and then while Jaden is just kind of in the back. Got that nice little dance going on.
And Jaden's going to get a pick on Fozix there, so again, you might just want to back up if you're Miami, maybe get the res off. But honestly, I would just wait for the respawn if I were them. Maybe save the res for a tank.
Yep.
So it looks like they are going to wait for the respawn. Magic's going to get spotted out, but Struggles is going to take down Heart. The Magic's going to miss the hook, but it doesn't really matter. He has too much health even when the purple comes in. And Sombra's going to be pressuring on Jaden, but it's not. It's just going to be a little bit of peppering. But now coming out from Miami, you're going to have a ball. I believe instead of, what was it, a Zarya? And now the ball's going to be slamming in. Magic going to get healed up here. He's going to be looking for a hook. Clearly missed the hook at some point there. And missing the other hook because Kinku misses the jump. So now, if you're Miami, you're in a good position here, but with the sights coming out, ZGS can't get a ton of value. He's a very squishy target.
Yeah, but it looks like Sombra was kind of trying to just stay around behind, but again, with those sights out, you can't really sneak around anymore. Sombra just kind of
going to get two picks there, and the Nana's going to come out onto Magic. It's not going to get a ton of value, and now it looks like Miami's going to be able to take first point.
Yep, and always with Temple of Anubis, it is pretty much just a one fight and you're done, just with how the spawns are set up. And all it really took was just kind of being able to get those picks and then just moving in. It was pretty... Sorry, go ahead.
With Heart coming out with a strong presence on that Wrecking Ball, that's going to force Akron onto the Sombra, which is very strong hero. But again, now they don't have that EMP that they need here. You know, that's now on second point. This is really where you want the EMP. The EMP is going to come out from Miami here. Stunape's going to throw in a ton of damage. The EMP doesn't get any immediate value, but Fozix able to take out Stunape with a good shot from pretty far away. Now Shuckle being pressured by those mines and the Primal Rage. He has the grab. He's going to throw it out. He gets almost everyone in it. James going to take out CGS. It looks like Akron might be able to turn this one around. It's just the amount of damage that's coming in. The full charge Zarya, but Zarya's going to go low here. The whole hog coming out from Magic is going to just force Kinku into the corner, and Sunape is going to throw out Bob. So a lot of ults used there by Akron, but they are going to be coming up on that EMP soon.
Yep, I think the EMP will definitely be a lifesaver, just because you could do it either before the choke, you could do it when they're on the point, and you could still get a lot of value from it, especially with characters like Hammond. Unlucky.
You know what, with Jaden kind of on the backline there, they are able to get that EMP up, but the Graviton Surge? No, what did I miss? Oh, maybe it was a whole hog. I don't know, why was he stuck on the wall there? Anyway, the EMP comes out from Akron. CGS is able to take down Magic, so not a ton of follow-up on the EMP, but it's able to slow down Miami's momentum there. Fozix is able to take down Jaden. Now Stunape on the left side dueling CGS, as he did get res. Fozix is able to take down Stunape. Fozix has been so good on that Roadhog, but Magic's able to take down Jaybird, which may turn this fight around with Stunape coming back from the res. Shuckle's able to take down C-Sack on the Ana. And now Sunnyfall will take down Kha'Zix, and Akron did not give up a tick despite being down about 6-2 there.
Just goes to show you how great the zips are. But I have noticed
Go
Kha'Zix,
Zips.
he is like you said, he is a great flex player. I mean, he is getting picks as Hanzo, he was getting picks as Tracer, and it's just he is a very good player, just able to kind of really adapt with the situations.
That's remember, Kha'Zix was an Overwatch League support player, so to see him on the DPS is a little bit surprising, but I mean, if he's the best DPS, he's the best DPS.
Yep.
So now, Magic can be taking aggressive position here, hoping to get a hook, but it's not very great sight line. He does hook first, it does not pay off for him. Never hook first. And Hart's able to take him down. The dragons are coming out from Kha'Zix there, but they're not really getting a ton of value there. But Kenku was able to take down Shuckle, so now Akron down both tanks. The EMP comes out, only going to really only going to get Eric with it. But he's able to get out alive. Magic's going to come back, take out Kha'Zix. Magic coming out with a whole hog now. Kinku's going to use the Primal Rage, but so much damage is coming out from Akron onto Kinku. CGS is going to take out Eric and Jaden, though. So now, for Akron, you're not a great position here, but they are going to be pushing in. They know that they have numbers. They have spawn advantage. They're just trying to find that one last pick to really seal the deal. And Miami's going to be backing up for a quick reset here. It looks like they're all back and they're going to be going quick. They know that Akron doesn't have the positioning that they want, but now with Kha'Zix on the Echo, which can do so much damage. Remember, she has that replicate, so she can take any hero that Akron is playing and use their ultimate. So the engagement there by Miami.
If I had to guess, I'd say maybe Kha'Zix might be going for a copy on the Echo whenever his ult is up, just because, a copy on the Ashe, just because Bob is a very strong ult to copy.
And Kha'Zix able to take down Magic, and Akron's able to take down Kinku, but they are able to get the res off. The Nano base coming up onto Kha'Zix there, and Miami's able to take second point with below a minute, which is good for Akron. Below a minute, if they go to overtime, they still have a chance regardless.
Yep, and knowing how the past couple of matches have gone, I think there's a very high probability of there being an overtime. I think Akron will be able to get to 2 points just because of how they've been playing. It's looking like early picks are looking like sticking with the Hog and the Zarya. A very powerful combination, especially with Hart from Miami, going for a hook, and then Zarya just coming in with a quick save with the bubble. So I think it's going to be a good match.
And I see Kha'Zix coming out on the Junkrat here. Junkrat is very good on the defense for first point here. It's basically everywhere is a small choke that Junkrat can just spam into from across the map. So that's a ton of damage that'll be coming out from Kha'Zix here. Akron might not want to be pushing that left side. They probably won't be anyway with their double sniper. You'll be missing a lot of damage regardless. So they're probably going to be trying to push to the right side. I think Akron has if you're going by the strategy that would probably be employed here, it looks like they're defending for the right side on Miami. Akron will likely be pushing for the high ground. I think they have the advantage here on composition alone.
Yep, and another thing, it is rather risky to put a Junkrat into a Zarya just because of how much charge you can give her. However, I think Kha'Zix will definitely be able to pull it off. It's looking like Akron is going to start strong already with the Junkrat spam.
The immediate 5. Oh, Jaden's going for the hook again and is not able to get anything. There's a shield in the way for probably the first time today. But Sunape is able to take out Kha'Zix, which is a huge pick for Akron. Sunape is just going to force CGS off from that default positioning. Now, Magic's going to push him. He doesn't see Hart on the right side there. He is going to get taken down with a ton of damage from Kha'Zix and Hart. CGS is able to take down Sunape. Akron's going to want to back up here.
Yep. It's looking like we may see either a swap off of the Widow or he might just be going back to spawn. To kind of back up and not get picked. And it looks like Jaden did go Tracer. So I think he might be able to get a bit more value just with being able to go behind that Rhine shield and mess up Miami.
I think, if I were the Zips, I would probably go for that Sombra actually. You can easily get in there because no one can see you. And when that EMP comes out, it takes down Reinhardt's shield, allowing Sunape to kind of just get infinite damage. And Jaden is going to get trapped by Kha'Zix on the right side there. A little bit of unlucky placement. I think he saw it just too late. Now, Shuckle looking to get as much charge as he can. The hook coming out from Hart. Going to get Shuckle extremely low, but he does not go down, which is very big for Akron. They don't want to lose that charge. It's so much damage. And the bubble goes out onto Magic there. Just a little bit earlier than the nade, which would have cleansed him. Magic is going to go down to the whole hog from Hart. So Miami does have both the ultimate advantage here, and they just keep getting the extra picks with CGS taking down Jaden.
Yep, I think just being able to, with both the junk spam, but also the cover from Ashe, I think it is it's putting Akron in a really tough position, especially since they keep going left and kind of through that one choke. However, Junkrat is kind of keeping an eye on the right as well, so they have their bases covered.
Again, Jaden is picked, but Magic is able to take down Hart, which is a big pick for the Zips. Eric is able to get the res onto Jaden, and a huge hook coming out, but he's not able to get the follow-up on the hook, which is very bad for Akron. That could have been the game changer there, but now Sunny's going to take down Hart again. So now they have the dragon, they have the positioning. Now just Akron has to commit to this next fight. He gets the headshot on CGS, but it's not enough to kill him. So he's going to throw the dragons out. He's going to get two with the predictive dragons. He knew where they're positioning. Sunny's going to get the big headshot onto CGS. Akron's going to be looking like they're going to be pushing into this. And Sunny just absolutely walking through them with that Hanzo. Great showing here from Sunny.
That was very entertaining to watch. I feel like we may possibly be seeing that again at the end of the match, but it's looking like Akron is going to be able to take the first point with a minute, and they are going to get about 4 minutes to attack the next point. Stunip already almost back up at Dragons after that first initial ult.
Yeah, great showing here by Stunip on that Hanzo. He's showing a little bit more flexibility, you know, from earlier on. You know, I think they really had the Ashe's number at this point, and to see him now with that easy one shot, and Jaden's able to take down Hart here, so that's a good opening pick for Akron. They want to push in the Junkrat trap. It's destroyed. Now the whole hog is coming out from Magic here, but he's gonna get pushed down very low very quickly. Now Bob's kind of in a weird position there, but it could be a sneaky enough position. The Graviton Surge comes out from Akron. It's gonna put Kinku into it, but Kinku's gonna get the nano boost. He's going to get the Shatter off, and the Nano Boost comes onto Shuckle, but it's just not enough to keep the team alive. He's going to get the pick onto Bozix at the end there, but it looks like Akron's going to have to back up here. Jaden trying to get out. He does. Akron resets.
Yep, and with really the only ult they have to use is Jaden's. They could use that just kind of to initiate the fight, but again, with Tracer ult being the only one they have, it is a little risky. Just to push it off of that.
Possibly want to look for even a good hook there, but it's onto a tank, so it's not really gonna get that one shot. Looks like Jaden's gonna possibly look for a pulse on, maybe even onto Fozix there. And you know, you definitely want to take him out of this match early, and it's a pretty easy, sure to pulse bomb. Sometimes you don't want to go for the crazy big value play, but the one that's just gonna get enough. The Dynamite's going to come off from Sunape there. He's going to get a little bit of damage in. He's off of the Hanzo, onto that Ashe. There he goes. That's what he goes for, is the Pulse Bomb onto Fazix. He does miss it, but he is able to force him back. They force out the Valkyrie. And now with a ton of cooldowns put onto Magic there, the mines come out from Miami. The hook comes out from Akron, but it's not going to get the pick. It looks like Akron's going to want to reset just again. Oh, with CSAC going down, maybe not. Akron might be able to pull this one back. Jaden now swapping to the Sombra here, so it looks like they're going to be going for that EMP fight. Sunape able to take down the Junkrat, but CSAC is going to get res, so it's a lot of ult charge, but not a lot of fight wins there. But Sunape is able to take down CGS. So again, Sunape just putting on a clinic with this Ashe.
Yep, and I think the pick to Sombra was a smart move, if just to kind of try and keep that Rhine shield down to allow for an easy shot for Stunip, but also to maybe try and take some of, put some more of the heat on the Junkrat, who has been just kind of hiding around. Stunip actually managing to take him down.
Big pick onto Fozix, who has the tire there, so that allows Akron to kind of freely push here. But as he comes back, he is going to use that tire. Sundape's able to take down CGS. Magic's able to take down CSAC. The tire comes out. Still has not been detonated yet. But Magic's Midtown Man is able to take down Boz's tire. Backman's still pushing this one, but it looks like as they lose more and more, looks like they're gonna have to back it up here.
Yeah, but it looks like they have time for just one more push. We are nearing on a couple of ults. Magic should be able to get his. And we do have
Oh,
the grab.
a late pick from Miami there onto Midtown Man. Akron's very much on the ropes here. Sunape coming out on the McCree, possibly to pressure out this Junkrat. Definitely a difficult point to play against a Junkrat. As Akron pushes in, they kind of just have to push down straight through main. And as those bombs coming out from the Junkrat, the mines are coming out from Hart on the ball. CGS is going to take down Midtown Man. Looks like Akron's just going to get the contest. But as they're down 2, this is going to be difficult. But the grab's not started is going to come out. The Shuckle's going to get the pick onto CGS there. The hack coming out from Jaden onto the Reinhardt there. And while Jaybird does get the res, they are pressuring out Kinku on that Reinhardt. But Jaden is going to get punched by the Doomfist. The hook is going to come out from Magic there. But CGS is going to get 2. CSAC is going to take down Eric. Midtown Man coming back on the Moira. He's going to go for the stall. Can he do the 1v6? I don't think he's going to be able to. It looks like this is where Akron falls, but actually Sunape is there on the Tracer, and no, he's not able to get there. And Miami, Ohio wins the semifinals in Meal Plan 2. Looks like Akron's not going to get that anchovy pineapple pizza that they wanted so badly.
You hate to see it. However, what you do love to see is a great game, which is what we had
Absolutely.
on all the maps. I mean, you know, overtime on both. Both teams just equally matched, switching up their plays. It was very entertaining to watch.
And, you know, for a 3-1 win, every single one of these maps could have gone the other way.
Yes.
I mean, again, for the first 2, they both went to 99% or overtime. Then you go on to Route 66, where both teams were able to push with some time remaining. I think that was probably Akron's strongest map overall. I mean, that's obviously the one they won, but I mean, I think that was their closest to dominating a map. And then you have Anubis here, where I would say that was probably Akron's worst map, but they still put up a very good fight. They were able to go into the end. They were able to hold Miami to 45 seconds there, which, you know, had they made it, that could have been a game changer, but they were not able to get it. Still a great showing from the Zips there. Great showing from Miami. All credit to them. I mean, their entire team was playing extremely well. CGS on the hit scan, Bozix on the DPS. I mean, the Owl player on the DPS there. So it was a great match overall.
Yep, and I mean, it was very entertaining to see because while you did have those great hooks from Magic, you also had, you know, the sleeps from Midtown Man, those huge nades, the excellent healing from Eric, just being able to, you know, get those quick reses in, and even on Miami, you know, they had really great sleeps, they had great stuns, and it was just 2 great teams going up against each other for some really entertaining matches.
Mm-hmm. So, you know, sadly, they were not able to get the win here, but it looks like Miami will be moving on. I'm not quite sure of the rest of the bracket here. Um, you know, I don't think we're going to be following through on that, but you know, it was a fun match. It was a great day of Overwatch. You know,
Yep.
it's just all you want to see. You know, Akron they came out there. I mean, Sunape playing extremely well on the Ashe and the Hanzo there on Anubis. I mean, throughout the day, he had multiple highlight reel plays. Jaden playing that very solid Widow. I mean, he had the great hook shot at the beginning of Route 66 there. You know, it's all you can ask for. All right. So, you know, I want to say thank you for watching. You know, thank you for being there throughout it all, everybody. I hope you guys all have a good night. I've been Dr. Pep.
I'm Isabella.
All right. Have a great night.